What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. I do uploads at least once every day. Thank you for joining again. The 10 Stages of Genocide. This is a list of 10 things that I've seen gone viral on Twitter. I'm not sure where it comes from. If you know, let me know where this got pulled from. But I just want to look at this list here. And I don't want to, for me, you can look at it however you want to. The aspect I'm coming from is from 10 stages of political genocide against populism. That's the lens I'm viewing it through. There's no right or wrong. Almost like the Art of War by Sun Tzu. This is like that. 10 stages of eliminating populism. Number one, classification. People are divided into us and them. In America, that's the part that I'm more of an expert in, not as much as I know a little bit about Brexit and other countries, but America is where I'm familiar with this rise of populism, but it's been all over the world. If you are a populist in America, you do not subscribe to traditional GOP or Democrat politics. And that is represented by Steve Bannon, Trump, and people outside of that group. And of course, you are divided and identified. That's clear. Symbolisation, number two. People are forced to identify themselves. That's where the pandemic comes into. If you are the establishment Democrat, Republican, how do you find out who these 75 million people were that voted for a guy who is not really a part of the system? Even though when he got in DC, he got engulfed by the swamp. That's because the swamp did its job. They didn't want him there, though. So how do you do that? You do it through the pandemic. When we, the establishment, tell you to do something and either you're checked out or you say no, we know it's possible that you would go to a populist candidate and be out of the system. Number three, discrimination. People begin to face systemic discrimination. We've seen that in New York, New Orleans. I hope everybody's doing well in Louisiana. We've had Hurricane Ida, and the pictures are horrific. But San Francisco, LA, all across the world too, we're seeing literal discrimination that's being supported by people. Number four, dehumanization. I've talked about this on the channel. I just did a video about Arnie Duncan, who equated anti-mask and anti-vax. I don't know what that means, but those people they have been classified and forced to identify themselves and discriminated against, and now they're equated with the Taliban, a group that if you saw the Taliban outside your house, you would want them eliminated. Organization, the government creates specific groups, police or military, to enforce the policies. I want to go a little bit deeper into number five because on its face, it might not be obvious what we're referring to. Everyone in DC, even the people who are fake populists, like the Squad, AOC, Jamal Bowman, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, all of them support this. Capitol Police plan to open field offices outside Washington to track threats to lawmakers. Since when we do that? That's a federal. 6 months after a mob of supporters of President Donald Trump, that's that group identified, stormed the Capitol, the United States Capitol Police is planning to expand operations outside of Washington in an effort to better protect lawmakers, beginning with the opening of field offices in California and Florida. Florida, a place where the establishment right now has beef with Ron DeSantis, who I'm not sure if he's in establishment or not, but he's doing non-establishment things. What if they had named this expansion of the Capitol Police to the January 6th Police? That would fall right under government creates specific groups to enforce the policies. I think we're at number five, at least to a little extent. Number six, polarization. The government broadcasts propaganda to turn the populist against the group. We've been there. Number seven, preparation, official action to remove, relocate people. We're not there yet. 8, persecution, beginning of murders, theft of property, trial, massacres. We're not there yet. Extermination, wholesale elimination of the group. It is extermination and not murder because these people are not considered human. Now, people have talked about this. This is where I've said celebrities, other people have kind of talked about it. Australia has gone the furthest where they're doing these, I think they're 2 weeks for quarantine camps, but who knows if they say, let's make it 21 days just to make sure, or make it 3 months just to make sure. They could do whatever they want. They're building facilities. So they're getting closer to this point here, but I would not say we're there yet. Number 10, denial. That's after it's all over. The government denies that it has committed any crime. Let me know what you think about those 10 stages. I'm looking at it through the elimination of populism. Let me know what lens do you look at it through? Is this too much, or do you think we have gotten to certain stages or haven't? It isn't necessarily in order. Just which stages do you think the boxes are checked off of, and how?
What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for celebrities, because I did a video on celebrities who are whack to me. But Joe Rogan, he talked about liberty. He made the brilliant move to go from YouTube to Spotify. I know he got paid. He got the bag, but that was not an easy decision. He made a chess move. He saw where YouTube was going. I need guaranteed money. There's some sacrifices he made, some episodes that went away, but that's a lot better than what YouTube would have got him gone. He would have been gone from YouTube. So, in my opinion. So, I'll leave you out with Joe Rogan. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Take care.
As soon as you give politicians power, any kind of power that didn't exist previously, if they can figure out a way to force you into carrying something that lets you enter businesses or lets you do this or lets businesses open, historically, they are not going to give that power up. They find new reasons to use it.
I'll be back.
We have to protect those freedoms at all costs, whether you agree with people's choices or not, because it is the foundation that this country was founded on. Freedom. This idea of freedom, there's so many people that think it's frivolous, it's not important, it's not the main thing that we should be focused on, but it is the literal structure that allows this country to be so fucking amazing. Every single country that's ever existed other than the United States, up until 1776, every fucking country that has ever existed was run by dictators, all of them. This is the first experiment in self-government that actually worked, and it created the greatest superpower the world's ever known. It created the greatest cultural machine, the greatest machine of art and creativity and innovation right fucking here. And how did it do that? It did it through freedom. And as soon as you see something, anything that comes along and inhibits your freedom, you should be very cautious of that thing. You should be very suspicious, because anything that comes along that can inhibit your freedom is, by definition, anti-American.